Hello and welcome to the Sony exhibit and to our presentation on production workflows. Sony is dedicated to being your partner in the evolving world of production. We listen to production companies and solve their problems with practical workflow innovation. We cut through the complexity of next-generation technologies. Our breakthroughs empower you not to simply create content, but to also move it, manage, and automate your entire workflow. Today, we'll be exploring the 5 pillars of production workflow, from acquisition to file management, post-production, distribution, and archive. So not only can Sony help you every step of the way, but we'll also be unveiling new applications and cloud services of unprecedented power. Now, let's start at the beginning with acquisition. Sony's cameras capture unprecedented pictures in 4K resolution with wide color gamut, high frame rates, and, of crucial importance, high dynamic range, or HDR. Sony supports HDR every step of the way. Our cameras can capture up to 14 stops of exposure latitude. And of course, we have the industry go-to HDR evaluation monitor, now accompanied by a 55-inch monitor to show HDR in delivery. At NAB 2017, we're introducing a new monitor designed for on-location, or OB HDR production. And that's in addition to a full range of switchers, converters, and replay servers to facilitate simultaneous broadcasting of live HDR and SDR. In fact, throughout NAB, we're presenting Sony's complete approach to live HDR on the stage. It's no wonder so many production professionals have chosen Sony HDR. Now, here's what Dave Mazza, Senior Vice President and Chief Technical Officer of NBC Sports Group, has to say.
Two things have happened that have really been spectacular. One is high dynamic range, which we tested in Rio and are excited about the future of that, along with 4K. And the other is the high frame rate cameras that Sony's now coming out with. Both of those two things are displaying much better images than we've ever had before. Everybody knows 4K is coming. What wasn't clear for the past few years was whether or not HDR was going to come along with it. And we wanted to do a test of both at the opening ceremonies, and we did with 6 4300 cameras and several 4500 servers. And the pictures were stunning. We had never really done any HDR test out in real lighting conditions. And the opening ceremonies was perfect for it because they have so much highlights, lowlights, fireworks, the torch lighting. It was spectacular.
Of course, the camera is not a standalone device. It's your entry point into a complete production system, from the highly cost-effective to the large scale, from the entry level to the high end. Sony has the systemization you need. That brings us to file management. Sony's XDCAM format helped lead the transition from tape to file-based production, and we continue to advance the technology. Sony is expert at codec engineering, balancing file size, storage cost, transfer speed, and ease of management, all while retaining the highest image quality. This means significant savings in time and money. Our MPEG HD 422 codec is a well-established workhorse in HD production. Our XAVC codec features robust 10-bit recording and resolution up to 4K. Now they're joined by another landmark Sony codec, XOCN, short for Extended Tonal Range Original Camera Negative. Featured in our AXS-R7 outboard recorder, XOCN is perfect for 16-bit workflows. Now here's what Chris Faulkner, Director of Technology for 0.0, has to say about their experience with XOCN.
One of the things we've always asked for is more color depth when we're shooting, because we're a lot of times in less than perfect circumstances. So we're not necessarily lighting a scene, and having the ability to shoot RAW or a compressed RAW format for us is huge, especially in documentary and television work, because it means we can go in and pull on a detail out of scenes that otherwise really would be subpar. The R7 and XOCN LT especially has allowed us to get all the footage we need and get it moved onto drives quicker than we've ever been able to do in the past. What's amazing for us with the F55 and the R7 and XOCN is we can put a small crew in the field, come back with raw quality camera originals, really go to town on them in color, and come out with a master quality finished product. Shooting on the F55 with the R7, it's really changed how we put a show together.
Our cameras capture phenomenal images. Our codecs preserve these images in files that balance picture quality and compact size. But when it comes to managing those files, conventional solutions fall short. After hearing from end users about their frustration, we realized that conventional media asset management systems have issues. The tools are too platform specific, locking you into just one operating system. The workflow automation is too difficult, often requiring too much IT expertise and too much time. And the learning curve is too steep, requiring expertise in Boolean search that not all of your people have. Now, Sony changes all that with a fresh new system called Media Backbone Navigator X. We designed this system to make asset search as easy as web search. If you can type into a search box, you can use Navigator X. And we have all kinds of ways to refine your searches, including Boolean logic if you need it. As a web application, Navigator X is an uncommonly open system. The app will run on any HTML5 compatible browser on Windows, Mac, or iOS. To be even more platform agnostic, Navigator X is also open to third-party nonlinear editors. Finally, Navigator X makes it easy to build automated workflows. You won't need an engineering degree and you won't need months and months of development. With Navigator X, building automated workflows is as easy as drag and drop. Navigator X is making its mark at Wells Fargo. Operations Manager for Video Services Nathan Dickerson explains.
The faster we can move the product, the happier our end customer is. We bring in a great deal of video on a daily basis, and having the ability to catalog it all in one spot, to access it from either of our offices, and to integrate it immediately and edit it is extremely attractive to us. Given the investment we have in acquiring the video and processing it and cataloging it, Navigator X becomes one of the most important parts of our edit process. The ability to do a federated search across all of our assets, to be able to find elements whether they are in spinning drives, whether they are in nearline storage or on the shelf, is vitally important to us. Navigator X offers all of these things to us.
Sony clearly has a lot to offer in file management, and we continue to support you into post-production. A good example is our free Raw Viewer application. Sony created Raw Viewer to render the highest image quality from our camera formats. Specializing in viewing, treating, and processing your footage, the Raw Viewer application complements your existing workflow tools. Version 2.3 now supports Sony's XOCN and XAVC-I codecs and incorporates a host of compelling features. Improved debayering, HDR waveform monitoring, wide color gamut vector scope, and even dual monitor outputs. Raw Viewer is just the beginning. Sony's Catalyst suite encompasses powerful tools that enable you to browse, prepare, and edit. Tools we've appropriately named Catalyst Browse, Catalyst Prepare, and Catalyst Edit. These now incorporate support for the XOCN codec, plus comprehensive tools for HDR workflow for Sony cameras, ranging from the Z150 all the way to the F65. Catalyst Browse is a free Windows or Mac clip management app. You can browse files from your Sony camera, deck, or card reader with detailed views of individual clips, see and edit metadata, accurately view video using source color space, and apply color correction and color looks. Catalyst Prepare eases your editor's workload. quickly offload footage, review and apply color correction, and batch transcode to a choice of formats. And you can send, store, and upload and distribute to Sony's other workflow solutions. Now, your Catalyst Prepare libraries are immediately accessible in the newest member of the suite, Catalyst Edit. This focus toolset gives you quick access to all the essential cutting tools, as well as effects, titling, and other capabilities to bring your production from imagination to screen. Sony is also taking post-production to the cloud, where our C Media Cloud platform represents a major step forward in simplicity and accessibility. The C platform supports the entire media lifecycle, from acquisition through distribution and archive, and it's never been easier. You can upload directly to C from your camera, laptop, or any connected device using our apps or our REST API. C accepts your mezzanine or source files, creates editorial proxies, and delivers them directly to your facility. C can perform secure sharing, frame-accurate collaboration, and simple rough cuts, all in the cloud, so editorial begins and ends faster. C automatically archives your content in multiple redundant cloud locations, and because the cloud is everywhere, it's ideal for content distribution. And distribution is the next step in our journey. Today's producers and content owners need to support a growing range of distribution platforms, not just cinema and broadcast, but also over-the-top, web, mobile, and social media. Sony makes a huge difference with our latest cloud services. For example, our Venue service supports video on demand, over-the-top, and integrated commerce. For content prep and linear playout, we offer the Managed Media Distribution Center. This centralized cloud-based operation can slash your satellite distribution costs, dramatically improve your productivity, and enable your staff to focus on the creative tasks they enjoy rather than rote, repetitive chores. Available as a service, the system not only saves you money, but can also replace capital expense with operating expense. For networks and station groups, it's a huge win-win. Now that we've shot, posted, and distributed our production, it's time to archive. Here, Sony has always been about options, whether you prefer to store content on physical media in the cloud or both for robust disaster recovery. For cloud storage, we're pleased to recommend our C Media Cloud platform. Based on industry-leading cloud storage, the platform ensures high availability and 11 nines of durability, a comforting thought in this uncertain world. In addition, cloud storage is available to any authorized device, anywhere there's an internet connection. Of course, you're free to mix C Media Cloud platform storage with on-premise physical storage. And for that, there's never been anything like Sony's Optical Disc Archive Generation 2. To start, it's optical. Sony has decades of optical experience, from the audio CD, DVD, and Blu-ray disc up to XD-Cam disc, which is a favorite for E&G. Optical means non-contact write and read, saving on both drive and media wear and tear. So you can access your data as often as you like without worry. These optical discs are environmentally tolerant and non-magnetic, making storage flexible and cost-effective. Gen 2 media boasts an incredible 100-year shelf life, so your content will be available for your children, and even their children. Optical Disc Archive Gen 2 leverages the latest in optical technology. Capacity, 3.3 terabytes in a single handheld cartridge. Speed, faster access than leading tape technologies. Immutability, the write once media is truly archival, an ideal complement to RAID for on-premise or hybrid cloud scenarios. Now let's see how Kent Denton of the Christian Broadcasting Network is integrating Optical Disc Archive into their workflow.
Yeah, last fall we installed the second generation optical disc archive. We were one of the first in the United States to employ that. We're really excited about the possibilities with this. We're in the process right now of transitioning all of our old asset management assets into that, and we're finding that the ability to search and retrieve from it is very quick. So when searching into the archives now is actually a very easy process for us because it's all there, it's cataloged, it has metadata, the searchability, the ability to pull that clip up to view a proxy immediately is a real time saver for our producers in determining what clip do I want. Because in our old system, we had a 24-hour turnaround for something that was on the shelf. So the producer would call and say, I need this, and they'll say, okay, I'll get it for you tomorrow. Well, now it's just a matter of minutes. They click on it and retrieve it themselves. So speed is everything. Being able to retrieve that asset quickly is everything for us now in the demands that we have in the online world.
So that completes our journey from acquisition and file management to post-production, distribution, and archive. As you can see across every one of these 5 pillars, Sony stands ready to help you. More than a hardware vendor, we're a highly qualified business partner, your key to successful productions. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.